The professor I spoke with broke down when the Lebaron family moved to Mexico almost 100 years ago. He says they had been living peacefully among the cartel for years, but tensions have been increasing. A family ambushed in northern Mexico.
Were they targeted because they were seen as a threat, because some of the members of the community were speaking out against the cartels? It's hard to say. It's certainly possible.
Patrick Mason is a historian of Mormonism at Utah State University. Some of the family members who were killed shared the last name Lebaron. Mason says the family's history in Mexico dates back to the 1920s. Several different fundamentalist Mormon groups settled there to practice polygamy.
These were rural, kind of farming communities, really tight-knit communities.
Initial reports suggested the massacre was a case of mistaken identity or a family who was caught in the crossfire of organized crime.
The cartels are fighting over territory and things like that. There are some members of the family who had, in recent years, spoken out against the cartels. But the fact that they kept killing and they were killing children, babies, that doesn't look like a mistake to me.
The Lebaron name is known for violence in the 1970s and 80s in both Mexico and the United States by Ervil Lebaron. He led a cult that practiced religious killings, and as many as 30 people were killed. But Mason says the family members that were attacked on Monday likely have nothing to do with him. Instead, they're a group who wanted to live in peace among the cartels.
So they didn't want anything to do with the cartels or with the violence and so forth. But I think, the reality is right now, if you're in Mexico, it's hard to avoid the cartels.
Hundreds of people were at a funeral for a mother and her 2 children today who were killed in that attack. More funerals will be held in the coming days, and the 8 children who were injured in the ambush are still being treated at a hospital here in Tucson.